Excellency Count Brecht. From this day forward, I renounce all rights to the throne of Corvania. I go to make a new life for myself in the country which I have learned to love, the United States of America. Long live the king, my father. Farewell. His Royal Highness, Erich Maximilian Rudolf Karl Ferdinand Adolphus de Kuchenhofstein.
Is this a recent picture of the prince?
Yeah, that was taken not less than a month ago on the occasion of Eric's arrival in this country.
Well, frankly, I don't see any need for any great concern, Count Brecht. Personally, I think he'll come home on his own. But if he doesn't, our agents, plus the fact that this picture will be published in the papers and the book...
No. There must be no publicity under any circumstances. It is because of this I have not appealed for aid to your State Department.
No publicity?
No publicity. There's a militaristic faction in Corvania to whom the news of Eric's disappearance would be of great value. Believe me, the consequences would be most serious throughout all of Europe. Perhaps throughout the world.
Makes it rather tough on us. But you can rely on our integrity.
So I've been told. You understand secrecy is vital.
Certain. Boy, I want you to look at them. 2,500 miles without losing a single hit. Not bad, huh, kid?
You may present yourself to us.
Huh? Oh, I reckon you must be a ferner. McLeod's the name, Tex McLeod.
And I am Eric. Eric Cook.
All right, pleased to meet you, Eric. What you toting in this?
Merely a few provisions. Caviar, tinned pheasant, a few bottles of sarsaparilla. We are contemplating a journey.
We? There's someone with you?
No. I must try to remember to refer to myself as I in the future.
That, caviar you mentioned there, I've heard about that. It's pretty fancy food, isn't it?
Not especially. It is just fish eggs.
Oh.
Would you care to sample it?
Oh, no, thanks. If it was beans, you could talk me into it, but I could sure go for some of that sarsaparilla, man. I want to tell you that herding cattle's real thirsty work. Thanks. Well, here's mud in your eye.
Pardon?
Oh, that's kind of a Western way of saying thanks.
What part of the great untamed West are you from?
You must be joking, kid. Well, Texas, where else?
Texas. I believe I have heard that name before. Could you tell me how I might travel to this place called Texas?
I reckon I could. Tell you what you do. You kind of cut on down around the corral here till you hit the freight yards over there and just walk up and down there a little bit. If you see a boxcar now that says Texas and Western Railroad on it, boy, just grab yourself a double handful of it and just get right aboard.
I am most pleased. Texas should be quite an interesting place in which to spend this afternoon.
Yeah.
That was my intention. I will be gone for a short while in order to procure some food. See to it that the train does not leave without me.
What did you say?
I could, of course, send you for the provisions, but I feel the exercise will be good for me. Au revoir.
Hi. Looking for a handout?
I don't believe so. However, if I could obtain some of that food...
Well, that's what I said. Come on, I'll fix you up. It's okay. The cook's a real good pal of mine. Boy, and I thought Pete was a big eater. Oh, you got him whipped to a frazzle, Eric.
It has been quite some time since I last dined, Corky. My compliments to the chef. The cuisine is simple, but most satisfying.
You talk funny, but I like to listen to you.
As I acquire a few colloquialisms, this defect in my speech will vanish.
Have you seen Pete, Corky? Diablo's acting up again. No, I haven't seen him since showtime. Thanks.
What are they doing to that horse?
What's the horse doing to them? That's Diablo. We bought him a few days ago. They said he was a high school horse, but so far we haven't been able to get close enough to find out.
Naturally. That is no way to approach a spirited animal.
Hey, where you going?
Still. 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 Bist ein schöner. Ja, bist mein Lieb. Still. Still. Where do you want him?
Over there in the corral.
Well, how do you like that?
I like it fine.
Hey, who is that boy? Has anyone ever seen him before?
He was with Corky. Oh, he's my old buddy. I've known him for a long time.
Oh, how long?
Oh, about half, 3/4 of an hour. I took him to lunch.
Looks like a drifter. He may be a drifter, but he can sure handle a horse.
I think he's wonderful.
Thanks for the help, son. I'm Tim Champion, owner of the show.
And I am Eric Cook.
Well, you know, you're the first one that's been able to handle that horse. How would you like a job with us?
You mean to work with your circus?
That's right.
Thank you. I would like very much to work with your circus.
Done. Joey,
Yeah.
get Eric set up and have him report to you.
Oh, sure, boss. Come on, boy.
I'm afraid you're going to have a talk with April about that, Eva.
Darling, they're sweet together. They're both so young.
They're too young. What was he before he came here? A drifter. Yep, I'm afraid you're going to have a talk with her, Eva.
I really mean it. You are so wonderful.
Not really. But I'm learning. Well, meanwhile, Dad just has me in there to dress up the act.
Your father is a very wise man. In many ways, he reminds me of my father.
You never talk about your family, Eric.
No.
I'm sorry. I guess I can't help wanting to know everything about you.
There is no more that is worth knowing.
I don't believe that. But it will do for now.
How was the trip?
Pleasant, but slow. Perhaps you have found something for me.
Well, maybe. This is Mr. Dixon. He's the guard at the freight yard.
How do you do?
Howdy. Dixon here said he saw a young fella answering our boy's description get off on one of the freight cars.
Freight car.
And he left this hamper and coat here.
Yeah, that belongs to him.
Did you see this young fella get back on a freight car?
No, sirree. If he'd have tried it, I'd tossed him in jail.
Then he'll still be here in town.
Or nearby. Well, thanks, Mr. Dixon.
Glad to be of any help. I'll keep my eyes open. If he shows up again, I'll let you know.
Good. We'll be at the Palace Hotel.
Eric must be found. His immediate return to Corvania becomes increasingly vital.
Has something happened in Corvania?
Yes, His Majesty the King is gravely ill. Without Eric's return, His Majesty's brother Karl would gain control of the country. Karl is a weakling who dreams of going down in history as a great conqueror. Eric must be found. He must return to Corvania.
Hi!
Hi.
What's wrong?
Everything. April's parents do not approve of me.
Well, how come?
I am too young.
Well, you don't have to worry about that. You're getting older every day.
That is true, but there is more. I have no substance. I'm a vagabond, a person with no ambition.
Well, we can fix that.
We can?
Sure. The first thing you got to do is get some ambition. Now, what would you like to be?
What could I be?
Well, you could be a tightrope walker or a high flyer. Of course, all those things take a lot of time.
What else?
You could be a clown. Uncle tried to teach you. I know he would.
Would you want to be a clown?
I am so sorry. You are very kind, but this is not for me.
Well, I guess you're probably right, kid. I don't know. There's something about you that I just can't picture you as a clown. Look, what did you do before you joined the circus?
I studied.
Oh. Did you study anything you could use now?
I am an excellent rider.
Shucks, good riders are a dime a dozen.
This was a special type of riding, tradition in my country. And I had some very fine teachers. Then my grandfather died, and my father made me stop these lessons.
Well, what did your grandfather have to do with it?
Now, wait a minute, Cork, wait a minute. Look, in this riding you do, is it the kind of riding that you might be able to use Diablo in?
I would want to use Diablo.
That's fine. That's fine. Big Tim would be glad of a chance to get some work out of that wild stallion. Cork, come on. Let's go see if we can get Tim to give him an audition.
What's going on, Joey?
Oh, Tim. Eric's got a couple of things he wants you to watch him do with the horse. Says he needs some music.
Tell Bono.
Hey, Bono, play a waltz. Pretty good.
Yeah, particularly when you figure he's doing it on Diablo.
April, as soon as I finish putting on the other saddle, would you put your hat down on the ground by Mr. Champion?
Sure, Eric.
He tells me this other routine's even better.
Yeah? Maybe we can work him into the show.
Learn to ride like that. Say, the boy's good.
You like?
Oh, you were wonderful.
That was great.
Boy, that was fine. From now on, we're going to have to call you Mr. Good.
No, Eric, always.
And I discovered him. Don't you ever forget that.
Now, wait a minute. We've got a lot of work to do. Costumes, lighting, publicity. I want to get out some 3 sheets on you, and then I want to get some stories in the newspapers.
3 sheets? Newspapers?
Now, don't you worry, Eric. That's my department. We should be in Marysville day after tomorrow. By then, you should be all set.
You look happy, Eric.
Happy? Happier than I've ever been before in my entire life.
Count Breck, I think our search is at an end.
You have found His Highness?
I think so. Boy answers the description, has the same first name. He's a trick rider for a small circus.
Circus rider? Oh, that's impossible.
Look at this.
Eric the Great.
last time, I'll tell you I don't know where he is. I wish I did know. He's my performer, and he's got my horse.
I warn you, if you do not cooperate with us, the consequences will be serious.
Cooperate? How can I cooperate? I don't know what's going on. I don't even know who you are.
I'll tell you who he is, and I'll tell you who I am.
I'm not at liberty to divulge any information.
Well, neither am I. Now, I've got a show to get on the road. Will you get out of here, or do I have to throw you out?
You're gonna throw who out?
Now, please, gentlemen. We will go.
Who were those men? Were they talking about Eric?
Now, April, don't you start up with me. I don't know who those men were, and I don't know where Eric is.
Oh, Mr. Champion, what am I gonna do? Oh.
Now, don't you worry. Everything's gonna be all right. Eric will come back. I know he will.
Really?
Sure. Now, you dry those tears. You better go work on your act, too. Your timing's been a little off lately.
I have come back.
So I see.
Do not worry about Diablo. I have returned him. I only wish to say goodbye and thank you. I do not wish to cause any trouble.
I'm not worried about the horse. How are you feeling?
Splendid.
I'll bet. Sit down, son. Who is this fellow you're running away from?
You saw him?
Mm-hmm.
What did he say?
It all seemed very important, but he wouldn't tell me why.
I see.
I don't. Who is he? Who are you, and why are you running away?
Mr. Champion, I am truly sorry, but I cannot answer your questions.
Did you steal something? Well, what did you do? Look, son, I can't help you unless I know what I'm fighting.
I have committed no crime. More I cannot tell you.
All right, I'm with you all the way. So are all the rest of us. You better go over and see your girl. She's been very upset while you've been gone.
It is Brett.
Go hide out in Joey's wagon. I'll stall him.
We feel the time has come to lay our cards on the table.
All right. Go ahead.
I've been authorized to offer you a substantial reward. If you can tell us the whereabouts of a performer you have working for you called Eric the Great.
A reward? How much?
Name your figure.
Would 10,000 be too much?
If you will accompany us to the bank in town, I will arrange a draft for that amount.
No deal. I'm not for sale, neither is anybody in my show. Now, if you gentlemen will excuse me, I'm very busy.
Mr. Champion, I owe you a profound apology, and I beg you to accept it.
All right. I accept. Now what?
Well, now I will tell you everything. And then you may judge for yourself whether or not I am worthy of your invaluable assistance.
Please sit down.
Thank you.
Is Eric still in there?
No one tried to bother him yet, Tim.
Thanks, boys. You can take off now. Oh, Eric. I'm sorry. I guess I should have said Your Highness.
You know,
Yes, Breck told me. He's waiting to take you home.
but I will not go home.
Eric, there's something you've got to know.
Do not want to hear it. The first time in my life I have been happy.
You don't understand. It's your father. He's very ill.
My father?
Yes, Breck told me. You'd take his word, wouldn't you?
Yes. He would not lie about that. I will go back. Tell Brecht I will be ready in a few moments.
All right, son.
You know that I have to leave.
Yes.
What, April? If I had my choice, I would...
No, please, don't say it.
I will say it. Someday, soon, we will be together again. Do you hear me? Goodbye.
Your Highness.
Eric. Goodbye, Joey. I would have made a terrible clown. Remember, Diablo likes lump sugar.
Shit, so long, Your Honor.
If I could, I would give up all that I ever may have in return for what you have given to me. Star billing with your circus.
Your Highness, a Rhine, bitte.
Not a chance, Eric.
You're fired.
Goodbye, Corky. You will write to me?
You bet. What's your address?
Royal Palace, Corvinia.